Diane in Denmark here with the next mission. If you missed yesterday's one, don't worry about it. These missions will be repeating, so just get on with today's one, get that one done and look forwards instead of looking backwards, all right? So anyway, I'm going to run the video and say let's go, go, go with a ho, ho, ho. Diane in Denmark here, and welcome back to the third of the Flyladies cruising through the holidays and Christmas missions. Remember, I know a lot of you are thinking this is far too early. The reason that we're starting early is so that you can prepare just a little bit at a time, so that when we actually get to Thanksgiving, Ramadan, wedding, whatever you are planning, you can use these missions to plan other things too, so that you are ready for Christmas when it comes, so that you can enjoy the festive season, you can eat the mince pies, you can welcome in the carol singers and just enjoy it. So that's why we're starting so early. If you missed the very beginning, this is a whole series that I'm doing following the Flyladies cruising missions. I'll put a link up there. You can see I've also added in some, there's my recipe for Danish snaps, some ideas for Christmas. So you can go and look there. Anyway, let's get right into today's mission. I'm keeping these videos very short because, the idea of my channel is not to have you sitting there glued to the screen. It's to get you off your bahookie and doing something, because I can give you all the advice and I can tell you all about the Flylady system, but unless you're doing something, nothing is going to change, okay? So please join me in that. And I know a lot of you are. I've seen you on Instagram. Anyway, today's mission. We are going to gather up around the house all the things that you have for cards and wrapping presents. So I'll show you what I've got, because I keep my wrapping paper in a container like this. Now, this is not all wrapping paper. I've also got art paper and some pictures that the kids have done, but it all sits neatly into this, and you can. There are plenty of ways to organise your wrapping paper. I've seen a lot of things where you put like old hair scrunchies around the top to keep it. Just be careful that you don't start going in to organise your supplies and we're trying to pare things down. We're not trying to buy more stuff. We're just trying to use what we've got. So I've got all these different papers that I've accumulated, but I have learnt the last 5 or 6 years that the best way for me when I am wrapping, presents, is to go for a generic paper. So for example, this is what I now buy from, I love IKEA. They have very good generic paper, and I buy stuff like this, which is kind of white and silver, gold, and basic stuff, because I can use that for any occasion. It can be a birthday, it can be a get well soon gift, it can be a Christmas gift, just by adding a different colour of bow or ribbon. So that's what I've learned works for me. I still have some remnants of paper, so I'm just using those up as we go along. And also a little word of warning, do not get caught up in perfectionism of having to make all your presents, all your gifts wrapped up in a different theme each year, and it's all going to be perfect. You can do that if you like, as long as your personal hygiene is okay and you are feeding the family and you're not you're not losing it with everything else. Do not get caught up in the perfectionism thing. So I have these different papers. That's what I'm using this year, like last year. And the other thing you're going to need to gather up, let me just put this aside. Oh, there we are. The other thing that you're going to gather up are, if you've got some Christmas cards that you didn't send last year, you maybe bought a box and you've got a few of them. Sellotape, check your supplies of sellotape. Have you got a pair of scissors? It's a really good idea to put it all in one place, so that when you start, because I've already started buying gifts, when you bring them home, you can get them wrapped up. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to wait until, the 4th of December to start wrapping things. We're going to do it just, you know, the do it now principle like we do with all the Flylady things. Just do it now. So if you bring home a gift that you've bought, go ahead, wrap it up, you know, put some ribbon round it. And the really important thing for us who are really scatterbrained is get a label on it. And that's one thing that I wanted to check today, because this is my bag, an IKEA bag, and this is all things for gift, you know, maybe gift bags, stuff like that that we have used and can be reused again. I don't buy these anymore because I've got tons of them, but they're quite useful if we have an odd shaped gift. And also here in Denmark in schools we have a lot of the Secret Santa thing. Do you know about Secret Santa? It's where, you know, the kids are given the name of another kid in the class and they've got to buy a very small gift, 3 or 4 of them, you know, something fun. So it's good. I can use up all these old bags and bits of wrapping paper, so I'm paring down. And the thing that I wanted to check was the labels, because that's one thing that I realised I always ran out of. But I can see that last year I got extras from IKEA, so I'm all ready to go. I know my dad, God bless him, he would you know, buy those ones, you know, with the little bits of string. And you know what, these ones may not look as fancy, but they are much easier to use and it suits me, so, and it gets the job done. And at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be the perfect gift and the perfectly wrapped gift. It's a gift and we're just going to make sure that we've actually got it wrapped up and labelled. Right, so that is my supplies, and I don't think there's actually anything, oh yeah, the Christmas cards, as I said, have a look. You may have put them in a drawer, in a box somewhere. Get them out, get them in a bag so that you have them ready to go. I don't actually send Christmas cards any longer. I send a few personal ones, but you know, I love living in Denmark. The only thing that I don't like about living in Denmark is the Danish postal service, which has been privatised, and the costs have gone up. But just to give you an example, if you send a postcard to anywhere other than Denmark, you know, to Europe or the States, it costs 25 Danish crowns, which is $4 or three British pounds. Do you realise how much that is just to send a postcard out of Denmark? So we don't send, you know, Christmas cards. I send a few to the family. But what we do now is we normally send an email and, you know, a round robin to the people that we know. And I give some money to charity instead of wasting all that money on stamps. So anyway, I said I would keep these videos short. Go and check your supplies, get them together so that you're ready for wrapping. And the other thing is errand date is tomorrow. So if you notice that you're missing sellotape, labels, Christmas cards, some wrapping paper, get it on your list for errand day, and that way you can, you know, we're just buying a few things at a time and we're not going to be caught out when it actually comes to wrapping stuff. Right, that's it for me, Diane in Denmark. See you very soon. And that was it for day 3 of the Flyladies cruising through Christmas and the holiday missions. Okay, bye for now.